Now at 10, the Louisiana Tech community honoring the 4 women who were stabbed on campus earlier this week. One of those was artist Annie Richardson, who passed away from her injuries.
She was just always a good friend, good person to be around.
Tonight, how the Ruston community is sharing her legacy and the support going to all the victims and their families.
Showing that our campus is strong and that we as students, we as members of the Ruston community are supporting the victims.
Plus, we also get a look at the suspect and details of how that stabbing played out.
Jennifer, the Union Board, Student Government Association, Black Student Union, and many other campus organizations are focusing on how they can help in the wake of a tragedy.
All right, thank you, Riley. Well, as we reported last night, the stabbing victim who died last night was Annie Richardson, who is a well-known artist. According to her website, her portfolio has been featured all across the South, including New Orleans, Houston, and in the Bayou Life and Monroe magazine.
You know, we're friends in college, roommates, and we just had a lot in common, and she was just always a good friend, good person to be around, you know, just a lot of fun.
That was her pride and joy, basically, was her husband and her 2 children and then her grandchildren. Her artwork was just another medium to make her happy.
Annie was a mixed media artist who focused on collage. And so when you focus on collage, you're constantly collecting things throughout your life and you're bringing that into your art. And so by looking at any piece of Annie's art, you can see the story of her life.
Richardson's friends say that she was the best wife, mother, and grandmother. Now, the other victims are Dominique McCain, a Tech graduate, also Debbie Holloman, a retired high school teacher who ran to help McCain, and retired judge Cynthia Woodard. All right, well, tonight we are getting our first look at the suspect. Today, a judge ordered Tech student Jacoby Johnson of Tallulah to be held without bond, along with a sanity hearing. He's charged with 1 count of second-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Meantime, LifeShare and Louisiana Tech are hosting a blood drive for the victims. It's going to be tomorrow from 9 to 3 in the Student Union at the Tonk. Officials say all blood types are needed, especially O negative. And be sure to download our free KNOE app. You will find complete coverage of this story, including reaction from students and officials at Louisiana Tech. All right, it's election night, and those numbers are now rolling in. Good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Andrews. We're also going to be scrolling them along the bottom of your screen. We will also have them on KNOE.com. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get started, though. Of course, the biggest statewide race is for governor. Jessica Torricelli is here with a look at where things stand. Jess?
Jennifer, we do have breaking news right now. The Associated Press has called the race for Louisiana governor, with Jeff Landry winning with 52% of the vote.
It's election day and several big races are up for grabs on both the state and local levels. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Riley Kramer. If you haven't voted yet, you have until 8 tonight to get to your polling location. Devontae Martin joins us now with a look at how the turnout has been so far today. Devontae?
Raleigh, Northeast Louisiana is looking to improve voter turnout today, as last month's gubernatorial election saw only 36% of Louisiana's 3 million registered voters vote. This number was the lowest in over a decade. Northeast parishes, Richland, West, and East Carroll were areas that saw the biggest drop. Lincoln and Ouachita Parish also ranked among the lowest in the state, with about 30% of registered voters voting. Again, polls close tonight at 8. You will be allowed to vote if you're in line by then.
We are also covering the race for Attorney General. Governor-elect Jeff Landry vacated that spot, and it's now between Liz Murrill and Lindsey Cheek. Plus, Gwen Collins-Greenup is facing Nancy Landry in the Secretary of State's race. Be sure to tune in tonight at 10 for special coverage of all of the results here on KNOE.
Now at 10, providing mental health resources to those on probation and parole. Tonight, the plan one Louisiana lawmaker says could keep people from returning to prison once released.
You know, obviously I have a purpose. You know, obviously it's the reason why I made it through.
Plus, a Grambling State University student shares her emotional road to recovery after being run over twice. And a new era for Warhawk football.
We're going to ignite this city. We're going to ignite Northeast Louisiana.
The plan ULM's new football coach says he has that will get the Warhawks back on top. A final suspect is behind bars in a false imprisonment investigation. The Concordia Parish Sheriff's Office says 7 people were previously arrested after a woman said she was held against her will and had to escape. She says the suspect broke in, beat her, strangled her, covered her in Vicks vapor rub, and sprayed her with pepper spray. The sheriff's office says that 23-year-old Dustin Wright was arrested today for his alleged involvement in the crime. A deadly pedestrian crash in West Monroe. State police say a driver was heading down Highway 617 shortly after 7 last night when his vehicle hit Gordino Sanchez Arena, who was walking across the highway. Police said he died at the hospital. The driver suffered minor injuries.